This is Joe for Joe's Plumbing, Drain and Sewer. I'm at 620 Broadmoor in the city of Chesterfield. We're here to try and figure out what's wrong with the sewer. My customer, Joe Wessels, has just recently purchased the property, and the sewer is backed up all over in the basement in between the two garages. And after talking with the tenants, we find out that this is an ongoing and constant problem. Someone else was out here the night before and hit dead end at 80 feet. Couldn't open the line. I had my guy out today. He was able to pass the 80 and the water drained down slowly, but didn't go out as it should. And then he hit dead end at about 110 feet with all cutters. I'm going to run a camera in the line. I don't know if we'll be able to see anything at all because it's probably still stopped up. I don't believe it drained down all the way, but we'll find out when we get the camera in. But at least I can trace out the path, have a DVD made, and be ready in case we have to put it on the sewer lateral program. So, I will begin by working at the clean out in the hallway between the two garages directly behind the laundry area. As I can see, they have had a access panel taken out here and exposed the 4-inch clean out. Now, I did buildings on this block before for different owners, and I know one across the street has an outside clean out that was buried that we found, but then one up the block had none. We had to have one installed, and it had none. So I guess it ripped the glove at the wrist. I guess it could be either way, and we'll begin. We're starting here from the clean out. I'll be able to tell right away whether we're going to be able to see anything, but after that I want to at least locate where the line is and where the dead end spot is. So I've got my footage counter zeroed in, and this measurement will be from the reel. Oh yeah, it's holding water right up in the stack, so we're not going to see anything, but we'll trace it out and see what's what. Oh well, we can see, as long as we don't stir it up too bad, I might be able to see something out there. I pulled a manhole out in front. It's not holding any water. Alright, I'm at about 60 feet now. I'm going to stop the recording for a little bit and go out and locate where this spot's at so I can find out which direction we're really heading. Alright, where is pause? Alright, I located the first time we were still in the middle of the garage. I ran it out to this point at 70 feet, 72, something like that. And where it probably was hitting dead end at last night, and that's got me right kind of at the foundation, you know, right underneath the foundation. So I'm going to pull back out now and stop the DVD, see if I have any luck at getting it open, and then we'll go from there when we can actually maybe see something. Or I'll look for a buried clean out or something along those lines. But anyway, I'm going to stop the recording now, and then we'll look at it again if I have any luck. Okay, stop. Okay. Well, I'm back. Joe at Joe's Plumbing again. I finally got the line to open up with hydrojetting, followed by cabling, followed by hydrojetting back and forth, until I finally got it open. And now it will take all the water I put out at it without backing up. I had it it just draining slowly for quite a while, but got it to pop open all the way open, but there's still a very bad spot. I'm guessing about 115 feet out. I'm gonna go ahead and run the camera in now. Since the line is drained down, we ought to be able to see something. And hopefully I can get past that 80-foot mark and we can get out and find out where the spot is and what it is. But at least now it's actually open and the tenants will be able to use it. I'll hose the basement down, but I imagine it's gonna need a sanitizing. And I'm not sure whether this cover panel is gonna cover it up anymore. Wore quite a bit of drywall away trying to get this thing open. But let's get the camera in there and see what it looks like. Oh. All right. Remember, before it was holding water from here on out, so you can see the water drain. Around the turn. Oh, I'm gonna pull this back and zero my footage counter in. Forgot to zero the footage counter before I started. In here. I'll put my glasses. Let's see. F4. There we go. First turn. Cast iron looks in good shape. Here's a turn across the other side. I do have the hose running over in the other floor drain, so that'll be the water you'll see once we get past that. Coming to another turn. This is probably where it's gonna turn and then we'll go out and exit the building, I think. Still in cast. Oh, that's where it picked up. That's where it picked up the floor drain. You see the increased water flow now. Yeah, like I thought. 75 is a turn that's still inside the building. God, it's a long way to get out of the building on this. Whoa. And here's the spot that was the first one that he hit dead end at last night, whoever the guy was out last night. And then Josh was able to get past this, but he got like 10 or 15 feet more, and then he hit that end. And then I came out, and I went from there. But you see that was grown shut with roots. I'll mark that on the way back in, that's the transition. See them all growing in from the top of the pipe. And still in, oh wow, it's like 5 foot of solid root there. Now we're to the 6-inch clay tile, so we're outside the building here. There's a whole bunch of roots there. This really needs an outside clean out to get a bigger cutter in there. since the tenants that I spoke with said this happens every few months, I'm guessing it's been getting a hole poked in it for a long time and not been getting thoroughly cleaned. That's why it's gotten so bad. Alright, here's, oh, see, that's almost grown shut. I barely got just a little hole through it there. We can come back and work on it more, but I suggest we get a clean out put in so we can actually do a real job on it. And that's right at the 110, 112, where I was having trouble getting through. I barely got through it with the small cutter. Oh wow, and it's just non-stop. I'm going to turn that water off and let it drain down. Yeah, this definitely needs an outside clean out. We'll try to submit this to the sewer lateral program, Joe, and see if we can get it to qualify for repair and a clean out installation, because it's grown shut. It's no wonder they've been having to do this every few months. That's right there at the main there. Yep. There's the Y to the main right there. Yes, that's what it looks like. All right. Okay, I'm going to pause this a second while I go outside and get a line locate and depth at this point, and then we'll mark the other problems on the way back. Not that one, damn. Okay, I located the spot outside. This is the Y to the main. It actually looks like that's a PVC main. I mean, I don't know if they lined it or if it's always been PVC. But anyway, at this connection to the main, it is 11 foot deep. I have it flagged. I'll also paint it out. There's no proper way to clean this line, as we have a 3.5 inch clean out from the stack to work from. And the biggest cutter I can put it in is like a 3. And you can see what a 3 inch cutter does in this size pipe. And the jetter head's not a 3 either. So it's not made for cutting roots, but it did get it rinsed through a lot. Anyway, I'm going to pull back to the next spot. This spot's actually, about 10 foot long of solid root. should be, yeah, here we are. Getting close to it now. There's a little bit there. We got pretty much of that one cut out, but I'm gonna mark it, and then we should have another one back about 5 or 10 more feet. Okay, I've got this one marked, and we are at 9 foot deep at this spot. Now coming back, the next spot we'll see is the transition, and then about 5 to 6 feet up inside the building. If we get a clean out put in, we should be able to clean the stuff out that's underneath the floor in the basement, or actually it's the garage at that point. But just the fact that there's roots inside cast iron, I mean, there's usually a crack has to be there to allow them into cast iron, because those joints are leaded together. They're not like the clay tile that's not sealed in a real good watertight manner. There you can see we got more right in with that same one that I just marked. I'll put it back a few feet to show it's longer. And there, is that cast iron already? Boy, the cast iron goes out quite a way on this, outside of the building, because I'm a good distance outside the building still, maybe 10 feet or more, where the transition is right here. Yeah, right there's the transition. Clay, cast iron, clay, cast iron. All right. I'm going to go out and mark this last spot, and then we'll begin to finish up. All right, all of the spots that are bad are located and marked. They range from 11 foot at the main. At the next one back, it's 9 foot, and the transitions up the hill a little bit, it's 9.7. So all those are marked. If it, I would suggest doing a spot repair at the main that's all grown shut and just get it fixed, and then dig up at the next spot back to the transition and install a clean out so it can be properly maintained in the future. Other than that, the clay tile that's in between the spots looks in real good shape. So that would be my suggestion, but Joe, I will get this submitted for you, and I'll answer any of your questions when I talk to you tomorrow. Other than that, I'll post a copy of this online and have it and get this one turned into the county sewer lateral program. Okay, that'll conclude this inspection. I'm going to go ahead and stop and burn this DVD, and then I will submit it for approval. Thank you.